Have you ever heard of someone getting hurt simply by taking a shower? Not in a freak accident or a movie, but in their own bathroom, doing what they thought was a healthy, harmless part of their daily routine. I remember Margaret, a 76-year-old woman who prided herself on waking up at 6:30 a.m. every single day to take a hot, refreshing shower. It was her ritual. It gave her a sense of control, of normalcy. Until one morning, she slipped. A simple fall left her with a fractured wrist and a bruised hip, but more devastatingly, it took away her confidence and independence. What shocked her even more was what her doctor told her afterward. Margaret, you don't actually need to shower every day. In fact, it may be doing you more harm than good. That one sentence flipped her entire perspective upside down. Because like so many of us, she grew up believing that daily showers were not just a good habit, they were a non-negotiable part of being clean, civilized, and responsible. But here's the truth. For older adults, the very habit they've clung to for decades may be silently undermining their health. You see, the idea that daily showers equal cleanliness is deeply rooted in our culture. From bustling cities to quiet rural towns, people across the globe have embraced the daily shower like it's as essential as brushing your teeth or drinking water. It's familiar. It's comforting. It's something we've done without question. But as we age, our bodies change, our skin becomes thinner, drier, more fragile. And what once felt refreshing might now be stripping our body of its natural defenses. Scientific studies are now confirming what many caregivers and geriatric specialists have observed firsthand. Daily showers can actually do more harm than good for seniors. Hot water and frequent scrubbing deplete the skin of vital oils, leading to dryness, itchiness, and painful cracking. And cracked skin isn't just uncomfortable, it's a gateway for infections. But that's just the beginning. Showering daily also increases the risk of slips and falls, especially in wet, slippery bathrooms that haven't been adapted for aging bodies. According to the CDC, nearly 1 in 3 adults over 65 experiences a fall each year, and many of those falls happen in the bathroom. And yet, we continue to push the idea that the daily shower is a requirement. Why? Because we've been conditioned to believe that cleanliness is about frequency. But here's what the latest research is saying. It's not about how often you shower. It's about how effectively and safely you maintain your hygiene. And for seniors, that might mean showering just once or twice a week. Now, before you gasp in disbelief, hear this. It doesn't mean letting go of hygiene. It means approaching it smarter, gentler, more in tune with what your body actually needs. Imagine replacing the exhausting daily routine with more manageable alternatives, like sponge baths using soft, unscented wipes, or washing key areas, like the face, underarms, and groin, without needing a full-body shower. Imagine preserving moisture with proper skincare instead of scrubbing it away. Imagine fewer falls, fewer infections, and most importantly, more confidence, more comfort, and more control. You might be thinking, but how will I stay fresh when I feel dirty? That's a valid concern, and one we'll address in detail throughout this video. But first, I want to hear from you. Have you or someone you love ever felt tired, sore, or even afraid of showering? Have you ever wondered if the routine you followed for decades still makes sense for where you are in life now? If yes, comment below. I'd love to know your story. And if you're finding this video helpful so far, take a moment to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Your support helps us create more thoughtful content that empowers older adults and their caregivers to live healthier, safer lives with dignity. Because hygiene isn't just about soap and water. It's about respect for yourself, for your body, and for the season of life you're in. The most important lesson I've learned from years of working with seniors is this. Routines should serve you, not stress you. And when your body begins to change, your habits need to change with it. That doesn't mean lowering your standards, it means raising your awareness. So in the next segment, we're going to break down exactly why daily showers can become harmful as you age. We'll look at what the science says, what the experts recommend, and how you can adapt your hygiene routine to protect your skin, your balance, and your peace of mind. Stay with me, because what you discover today might just change the way you think about hygiene forever. Part 1. The hidden dangers of daily showers for seniors. Imagine doing something every day, something you've always been told is healthy, only to find out it's quietly working against your body. That's exactly what daily showers may be doing to millions of older adults around the world. And yet, most people have no idea. See, showering feels like second nature. It's part of the "I'm still independent" checklist for many seniors. You wake up, brush your teeth, take your shower. It's what you've done your whole life. But here's the truth no one talks about. Your body in your 70s is not the same as your body in your 30s. And the same routine that once made you feel fresh and energized could now be leaving you uncomfortable, at risk, or even in pain. Let's start with your skin. Aging skin is delicate. It loses elasticity, becomes thinner, and doesn't hold on to moisture like it used to. When you're young, your skin naturally produces oils that protect and hydrate it. But as you age, those oils decrease significantly. Now imagine stepping into a hot shower every single day and lathering your skin with soap, sometimes harsh, scented soap. What you're actually doing is stripping away what little protective oil remains. This leads to a condition called xerosis, a fancy word for severely dry skin. It manifests as tightness, flaking, itching, even cracking. And for seniors, cracked skin is more than a nuisance. It's an open door for bacteria, which can lead to infections that are difficult to heal. I've seen older adults go from a small crack on the heel to a full-blown cellulitis infection within days. It's not dramatic, it's clinical. But the impact of overshowering doesn't stop at the skin. Let's talk about what happens underneath the surface. Daily hot showers can mess with your skin's microbiome, the beneficial bacteria that live on the surface and actually protect you. When these are wiped away repeatedly, your immune system has to work harder to defend itself. And for seniors, whose immune responses are already naturally declining, this imbalance can lead to skin irritation, delayed healing, and inflammation. And then, there's the risk no one expects until it's too late: falls. Bathrooms are among the most dangerous places in a senior's home. Wet tiles, soapy floors, and fogged-up glasses create the perfect storm for slips. According to the CDC, over 1 in 4 adults aged 65 and older falls each year, and a huge portion of those falls happen during bathroom routines. The physical consequences can be devastating: a broken hip, fractured wrist, traumatic brain injury. But the emotional impact may be worse: the loss of confidence, of freedom, of the ability to live unassisted. Think about it. Something as routine as a shower could be what robs someone of their independence. And it's not just physical. Many older adults don't talk about this, but they feel exhausted after a shower. Standing for several minutes, lifting arms to wash hair, turning around in tight spaces, it might seem trivial, but for someone with joint pain, fatigue, or shortness of breath, it can feel like running a marathon. For seniors with conditions like arthritis, COPD, or even mild heart issues, the act of showering can cause discomfort, dizziness, and post-shower fatigue. Now, let's be clear. Hygiene is still essential. No one's saying stop cleaning your body. But what we are saying is this: you can be clean without punishing your skin or risking your safety. For many seniors, daily showers are no longer necessary, and in many cases, they're actually counterproductive. The key is adjusting hygiene to match your body's changing needs. Instead of daily full-body showers, many geriatric specialists now recommend gentler routines: washing essential areas daily: face, underarms, groin, feet, using lukewarm water, limiting full showers to 2 to 3 times per week, and always moisturizing after. Let me pause here to say something important. This isn't just about shower frequency. It's about protecting your health, your confidence, your ability to age gracefully and safely. And if you've ever finished a shower and felt itchy, tired, or even a little shaky, you're not alone. It doesn't mean you're weak. It means your body is asking you to listen. And it's okay to change the rules you once lived by. In just a moment, I'll walk you through exactly how to build a safe and simple hygiene routine that works with your body, not against it. We'll also talk about what kind of soaps to use, how to maintain skin moisture, and the tools that can make every shower safer and more comfortable, whether you're doing it alone or with assistance. But first, let me ask you, have you or someone you love ever had a fall in the bathroom, or struggled with dry, painful skin after showering? Comment below and share your experience. It might help someone else feel seen, understood, and not alone. And if you've made it this far in the video, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. This channel exists to help you live well, live safe, and live with dignity at every stage of life. Now, let's move on to practical solutions. In the next section, we'll dive into how often you really need to shower, based on expert guidelines, and how to keep yourself fresh, clean, and safe, without overdoing it. Part 2. The overlooked risks of frequent showering. What no one tells seniors. What if I told you that something as simple as your shower routine could be interfering with your heart, your breathing, and even your sleep? It may sound extreme, but for many older adults, that's not a theory. It's a lived reality. And sadly, most people don't even know it. By now, we've already explored how daily showers can dry out aging skin and increase the risk of infections. But what if I told you that the consequences run deeper, affecting the body's internal systems, physical stability, and emotional health? Let's start with something people rarely associate with bathing: your lungs. Yes, your breathing. The hot steam that feels so relaxing to many people can actually become a silent danger for those with respiratory conditions. In older adults with asthma, chronic bronchitis, or COPD, inhaling warm, moist air in an enclosed space can lead to airway narrowing, shortness of breath, and even fatigue post-shower. I've spoken with older patients who feel dizzy or slightly panicked halfway through a shower, not realizing it was the humidity affecting their breathing. This is especially risky because it creeps up on you. You may not feel it right away, but over time, that tightness in the chest or post-shower exhaustion becomes your new normal. It shouldn't be. Next, let's talk about joint pain, an issue that affects nearly every older adult at some point. For those with arthritis, especially in the knees, hips, or shoulders, the act of showering isn't just cleansing, it's a challenge. Reaching to wash your back, bending to clean your legs, standing in one position for too long, these movements place extra strain on already inflamed joints. Over time, they can cause stiffness, soreness, and a feeling of deep fatigue after what should be a refreshing ritual. But here's something most people don't think about. Frequent showers can also affect your energy levels. For people over 70, a hot shower in the morning might not feel invigorating. It can feel draining. Warm water dilates your blood vessels, lowers your blood pressure, and causes you to expend energy regulating your internal temperature. For a healthy young adult, that's no big deal. But for a senior whose circulation is slower and whose cardiovascular system works harder to maintain equilibrium, it can result in lightheadedness or an overwhelming sense of tiredness. And let's not forget how frequent bathing affects your sleep cycle. You might assume a hot shower before bed helps you sleep better, and for some people, it does. But for seniors who shower in the morning or midday, the loss of natural skin oils, temperature fluctuations, and the stimulation of circulation can actually disrupt your natural sleep-wake rhythm. Many seniors report feeling restless, experiencing dry, itchy skin that keeps them up at night, or simply not feeling settled after a shower. But there's one risk we haven't mentioned yet, and it may be the most damaging of all: the emotional impact. For many seniors, showering becomes a source of anxiety. Whether it's the fear of falling, the embarrassment of needing help, or the sheer effort it takes to complete the task, what used to be a private, calming routine now triggers discomfort and resistance. I once worked with a gentleman who hadn't showered in 10 days, not because he didn't care about hygiene, but because every attempt felt like a threat to his dignity. And here's where it gets deeply personal. When showering becomes associated with pain, fear, or frustration, the emotional toll can build up over time. Some seniors begin to withdraw. They feel ashamed. They avoid social gatherings. And slowly, their self-esteem erodes, not because of how they look, but because of how they feel about themselves. Now pause and think. Does a daily shower still sound like the pillar of good health? Because here's the truth. Health isn't just physical. It's also emotional. And mental peace is just as valuable as clean skin. The reality is that frequent showering is not always the better choice for older adults. It's not about abandoning hygiene. It's about respecting your body's limits and making adjustments that support wellness, not routine. So what's the alternative? That's exactly what we're about to uncover next. We'll explore how often seniors really need to shower, based on expert guidelines, physical condition, and lifestyle. We'll also discuss custom hygiene routines that keep you clean, safe, and confident, without compromising your comfort, skin, or spirit. But before we move forward, I want to know, have you ever felt more tired after showering than before? Have you or someone close to you started avoiding showers because of pain or fear? Share your story in the comments below. You're not alone, and your experience could be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. And if you're finding this video valuable so far, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you won't miss the rest of this essential series. Because aging gracefully isn't about pushing through discomfort. It's about adjusting with wisdom and honoring the body that has carried you through so many seasons of life. Stay with me. Up next, we'll break down the ideal showering frequency for seniors and help you rebuild your hygiene routine in a way that truly supports your health and lifestyle. Part 3. How often should seniors really shower? The surprising answer. Let me ask you a question that might change the way you care for your body. When was the last time you actually felt better after a shower? Or were you just following a habit you never questioned? For many older adults, showering has become more of a ritual than a necessity. We've been taught our entire lives that daily showers equal cleanliness, and cleanliness equals health. But is that rule still relevant when your body has changed, your skin has thinned, your joints ache more easily, and your energy doesn't bounce back as quickly as it once did? The truth is, for most seniors, the answer to how often should I shower may be surprisingly different from what you've always believed. According to dermatologists, geriatric specialists, and long-term care experts, the ideal shower frequency for many older adults is just 1 to 2 times per week. Yes, once or twice a week. And no, it's not about neglecting hygiene. It's about adapting your habits to your current health, energy, and comfort needs. You see, as we age, our skin produces less of the natural oils that protect and hydrate it. Daily showers, especially with hot water and strong soap, can strip away what little moisture remains, leaving the skin dry, irritated, and prone to cracking. These microcracks may seem small, but they can become entry points for bacteria, leading to infections that are slow to heal and difficult to manage, especially for those with diabetes or poor circulation. Beyond skin health, there's also the issue of safety. For seniors who struggle with balance, mobility, or fatigue, showering daily can increase the risk of slips, falls, and exhaustion. A steamy shower that once felt refreshing might now cause dizziness, shortness of breath, or joint pain. I've heard countless stories from caregivers and seniors themselves about how a simple shower left them feeling drained, not invigorated. And here's the most overlooked part, the emotional strain. For some, showering becomes a dreaded chore, one that triggers anxiety or feelings of inadequacy because the body no longer responds the way it used to. That's why shifting the mindset is so important. Showering less frequently doesn't mean being dirty. It means being smarter, being gentler, being kinder to the skin and spirit. So how does this work in practice? Seniors can maintain excellent hygiene by doing a targeted cleanse each day, focusing on areas where bacteria tend to accumulate most: the face, armpits, groin, and feet. A soft washcloth, a no-rinse cleanser, or hypoallergenic wipes can do wonders. Full showers can be reserved for 2 or 3 times a week, or based on personal comfort. And for those dealing with incontinence or skin conditions, routines can be tailored with sponge baths or partial washes that don't require standing in a slippery tub or enduring the strain of a long shower. Of course, hygiene is personal. Some people sweat more. Others may live in humid climates. Some may prefer a warm rinse after a walk or workout. That's completely fine. But the point is, there's no one-size-fits-all approach. Hygiene should serve the person, not the other way around. That's why personalization is key. If someone is healthy, not overly active, and living in a clean environment, then a couple of showers a week, paired with daily spot cleaning, can provide all the comfort and cleanliness they need. In fact, for many seniors, showering less actually leads to better skin, better mood, and fewer accidents. But for this shift to take root, we need to let go of the outdated belief that daily equals better. That belief was built for a younger, sweatier, more physically active version of ourselves. Aging is not about holding on to routines that no longer serve us. It's about listening to our bodies and evolving with them. And when we do that, we don't just reduce risk, we restore dignity. Now, I know this might go against what you were raised to believe. That's okay. Let it sink in. You're not alone. I invite you to take a moment and reflect. Has showering become harder for you than it used to be? Do you or a loved one feel tired, sore, or anxious after bathing? If so, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. And if this video is helping you rethink your routine, please hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Because in the next part, we'll explore how to stay clean, fresh, and confident between showers. I'll show you easy methods for daily hygiene that don't involve stepping into a slippery shower, and how to make personal care safer, simpler, and more enjoyable every day. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Part 4, Clean Without the Shower. Smart Hygiene for Seniors Who Bathe Less. What if I told you that staying clean, confident, and healthy after 70 doesn't have to involve a shower every single day? For many older adults, daily showering isn't just tiring. It can be uncomfortable, risky, or even dangerous. But good hygiene isn't about how often you step into the shower. It's about how you care for your body in smarter, safer ways. So how do you stay fresh between showers? It starts with shifting your mindset. Cleanliness isn't only achieved through water and soap. It's a daily practice of caring for key parts of your body, using simple tools and gentle techniques that preserve your skin, comfort, and dignity. The first and most important method is targeted cleaning. Rather than washing your entire body, focus on areas where bacteria and odor tend to build up: underarms, groin, feet, and face. These high-priority zones can be gently wiped each day with a soft, damp washcloth and mild, fragrance-free soap, or, better yet, with adult hygiene wipes designed for sensitive skin. These wipes are nothing like baby wipes. They're larger, more durable, and free of alcohol or strong chemicals. Keep a pack on your nightstand or bathroom shelf and use them when needed, especially if you're feeling low energy or just want a quick refresh. For those who prefer a sponge bath, it can be done easily while sitting down, making it a safer and more manageable alternative to standing in a slippery shower. And if a caregiver is involved, sponge baths can actually feel more respectful and less invasive when done slowly, with care. Daily hygiene isn't just about skin. Your hands are your primary contact with the world, so keeping them clean is essential. Wash your hands with soap and warm water for at least 20 seconds after using the restroom, before eating, or after coughing or sneezing. Can't reach the sink? Keep a bottle of hand sanitizer nearby for quick cleanups. Next, don't forget your mouth. Oral hygiene is one of the most overlooked parts of overall health in seniors. Brushing your teeth twice a day, flossing daily, and using a mild mouth rinse can prevent infections, reduce bad breath, and protect your ability to eat and speak comfortably. If traditional flossing is hard, try floss picks or water flossers. They're easier to grip and just as effective. If you wear dentures, clean them every day with a proper cleanser. A clean mouth doesn't just feel better, it builds confidence and prevents many common illnesses. Now, let's talk clothes. You don't need a shower to feel fresh sometimes. All it takes is a change of clothes. Wearing clean undergarments and soft, breathable fabrics can make your skin feel comfortable and reduce irritation. Make it a habit to change your clothes daily and your outer layers every few days, depending on use. Bedding matters, too. Sheets collect sweat, dead skin, and allergens. Try to change your bed linens once a week, or more often if needed, especially in warmer climates. There's nothing quite like the feeling of crawling into a clean, cool bed. Speaking of comfort, grooming is a powerful yet simple form of hygiene. Trim your nails once a week, brush your hair daily, and use a soft moisturizer after washing your skin. These small acts may seem cosmetic, but they deeply impact how you feel about yourself. They reinforce routine, independence, and the sense of being well cared for. And one more essential step: don't skip the moisturizer. Whether after a sponge bath or a wipe down, moisturizing helps lock in hydration and protect fragile skin from cracking. Look for creams with ingredients like ceramides, shea butter, or aloe vera. Apply gently, especially on elbows, knees, feet, and hands. For seniors with extra dry skin, thicker creams work better than lotions. These steps might feel small, but combined, they create a hygiene routine that works in harmony with your aging body. You stay clean, safe, and comfortable without pushing your limits or risking injury. So if you've ever felt exhausted after a shower or struggled to keep up with daily bathing, know this: you're not failing. You're simply ready for a smarter way. And the truth is, you don't need a shower to feel fresh. You just need to listen to your body, care for it gently, and make hygiene a personalized, thoughtful part of your day. What do you do to stay fresh between showers? Have you discovered routines that work better for you as you've gotten older? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to learn from your experience. And if this video has helped you reimagine hygiene with more ease and compassion, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for more. In our next section, we'll show you exactly how to choose the best soaps, shampoos, and lotions for aging skin, because not all products are created equal. The wrong ones can irritate, while the right ones can soothe, protect, and even restore. You won't want to miss it. If you've stayed with me through this video, first, thank you. You've just taken a step toward a new, more thoughtful way of caring for yourself or your loved one in the later chapters of life. And that's something truly worth honoring. We've talked about a lot today, more than just showers. We've talked about dignity, about safety, about listening to a body that doesn't move, react, or feel quite the same as it did 10, 20, or 50 years ago. And we've talked about letting go of outdated routines so we can replace them with something better, something wiser. Because here's the truth: growing older doesn't mean giving up. It means redefining what care looks like. For decades, many of us followed the daily shower rule without question. It was what we were taught, what we saw in commercials, what felt right in a busy, fast-moving life. But what served us in our 30s may not serve us now. And when we reach a point where the shower becomes a source of pain, exhaustion, or even fear, we must pause, reassess, and adapt. The beauty of aging gracefully lies not in pretending nothing has changed, but in having the courage to say, "My needs are different now." And that's okay. We learned that you don't need to shower every day to be clean, healthy, or confident. You need a routine that's gentle, sustainable, and customized to your real-life energy and mobility. That might mean sponge baths instead of full showers. It might mean wiping down your underarms and feet instead of washing head to toe. It might mean using better, safer products that hydrate your skin rather than strip it dry. But more than anything, it means giving yourself permission to do what feels right, not what the world expects. That shift, small as it may seem, is powerful because it brings the focus back to you, to your comfort, to your safety, to your emotional well-being. Too often, personal care becomes about checking off boxes. Did I shower? Did I change my clothes? Did I brush my teeth? And while these things are important, they're not the whole picture. Hygiene isn't just about appearances, it's about how you feel in your own skin. It's about knowing that every act of care, no matter how simple, is a form of self-respect. Maybe no one told you this before, but let me say it now. You deserve care that fits you. Not routines built for a younger version of you, but for the incredible person you are today with all your wisdom, your lived experience, and yes, your limitations, too. And if you're a caregiver watching this, thank you. Your love and effort matter more than words can say. But remember, the best care doesn't always mean doing more. Sometimes it means stepping back, listening more closely, and working with, not against, the rhythms of aging. I've seen firsthand how making small adjustments, changing shower frequency, simplifying grooming, using kinder products, can transform how an older adult feels each day. Not just physically, but emotionally. It brings back confidence. It reduces fear. It reminds them they still have agency. Because what we all want, at any age, is to feel seen, respected, and in control of our own lives. So here's my final message to you. You're not falling behind if you stop showering every day. You're not less clean. You're not giving up. You're tuning in. You're choosing to honor your body instead of fighting it. And that, to me, is one of the bravest, most beautiful things you can do. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What part of this video resonated most with you? Have you made changes to your hygiene routine as you've aged? Or are you a caregiver learning how to better support someone you love? Please share your experience in the comments. You never know who your story might help today. And if this video helped shift your perspective or gave you something valuable to think about, please give it a like. It lets us know these conversations matter. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video filled with insights, inspiration, and support for living well in the later years. Because here, we're not just talking about aging, we're redefining it. Not as decline, but as a time for gentler rhythms, deeper care, and meaningful change. You deserve to feel safe. You deserve to feel clean. And you deserve to feel proud of the way you care for yourself every single day. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay kind to your body and stay kind to yourself.